Namaste friends. Today we are discussing another problem in generalizing by using uh, which we discussed common errors in generalizing. So based on the sixth video lesson, I already given an illustration in the seventh video lesson. This is eighth video lesson. In this video lesson also we are going to discuss very important journal entries, critical journal entries where students use it to make mistakes. And at the same time, I introduced here some compound entries, to write compound entries, and at the same time, I introduced the differences between cash discount and trade discount. All these are discussed in this video lesson. Let us start screen sharing. So already, so this is another illustration in eighth video lesson, problems and solutions in general entries, and I'm mentioned so that Tarakam information. So in this video lesson, you are going to learn how to write the journal entries easily, and writing journal entries for a problem in sole trading, and how to write compound entries, and how to write journal entries when there is cash discount, when there is trade discount. These are discussed in this video lesson. Let us discuss about all these learning outcomes. So I've taken a problem. Problem one is generalize the following transactions in the books of Mahesh Traders. Mahesh is a sole trader. He is doing some small business, and he has given some transactions to write in his books. So the first one is 1/4/2019. Mahesh Traders commenced in business with a capital of rupees 10 lakhs with the following assets: cash 5 lakhs, building 4 lakhs, machinery 1 lakh, total 10 lakhs. He started business. And 2/4/2019 opened bank account with the State Bank of India 1,000. On 4/4/2019 sold. These are the journal entries. I've taken three only for the purpose of this. If you take three, it is enough in this PPT. So first transaction is Mahesh Traders commenced business with capital of 10 lakhs with the following assets like cash 5 lakhs, buildings 4 lakhs, machinery. This is called compound entry. What is compound entry? Actually, every transaction has got two accounts. When a transaction has got more than two accounts, then we have to write the combined entry of all the accounts. So the combined entry of all the accounts which are more than two is called compound entry. So here we have cash account, we have buildings account, we have machinery account. Usually we may write three journal entries. Instead of writing three journal entries, like when Mahesh started business with rupees 5 lakhs cash, 5 lakhs cash. Now very well, this entry is based on the business entity concept, where Mahesh is different from the business which he started. There is divorce, there is distinction between Mahesh and business. That means when Mahesh started business with rupees 5 lakhs, means Mahesh giving 5 lakhs to business, 5 lakhs to business. So 5 lakhs coming to business. So 5 lakhs is coming in, cash is coming in, 5 lakhs is debited. And who is giver? Mahesh. Mahesh is to be credited. Usually cash account data to Mahesh capital account. Simply we may write cash account data to capital account. When he started buildings with, we start business with 4 lakhs also, we have to write buildings account data to capital account. When he started with machinery account data to capital account. So he is giving cash 5 lakhs, buildings 4 lakhs, machinery 1 lakh to the business. All these three assets are coming in. These three assets are debited in one entry. It becomes a compound entry. So cash account is debited, cash is coming into the business because Mahesh is third party according to Vincenti concept, giving it to business. So cash is coming in, cash is debited, buildings coming in, buildings debited, machinery coming in, machinery debited, and the giver, who is giver? Mahesh capital account is created with the 10 lakhs. So that's why the journal entry, compound entry is cash account data are 5 lakhs, buildings account data are 4 lakhs, machinery account data are 1 lakh, to capital account 10 lakhs, being business started with the assets. This is also called sometimes the opening entry is also called opening entry. When assets and liabilities are given, all the assets are to be debited, all the liabilities are to be credited. The remaining balance will be the capital. So assets account debited. So I will take it. So all assets account debited, liability account is created. This is called sometimes opening entry. Cash account data, savings account data, machinery account to capital. Next, open bank account with State Bank of India. When we open bank account, obviously cash is going out, so cash account is created. The receiver is State Bank of India. State Bank of India account is debited. State Bank of India account data to cash account, being cash bank account is opened with SBI. So SBI account data to cash. SBI account data to cash account. This is the sold goods. When we sell goods, you know very well, sales account is created and cash is coming in. Cash is coming in. Cash account is debited. And when goods sold, sales account is created. So cash account to sales account being goods sold. So this is compound entry. These are the general entries. So compound entry means the entry which is having more than two accounts is compound. The entry which is having more than two accounts is called compound entry. Next, here we discussed about some cash discount and trade discount is here. Write journal entries for the following transactions of these traders. Continue. So purchased goods from Shiva 5,000. Purchased goods from Shiva 5,000. This is the usual entry. When we purchase goods, purchase account is debited. When there is personal account is there, obviously this is trade transaction. So purchase goods, purchase account is debited. The giver Shiva is credited. Shiva is credited being goods purchased now, rates, purchase account data to Shiva account. Purchase account data to Shiva. Purchased goods from Vijay for rupees 10,000, subject to trade discount 10%. Trade discount 10%. So purchased goods from Vijay, trade discount 10,000. So trade discount is the discount which is given on the catalog price. The discount which is given on catalog price called trade discount. The discount, the trade discount arises whenever there is a transaction between two traders. So the trade discount arises out of catalog price between two traders is sometimes not recorded in the books of accounts. So the trade discount is not recorded in books of accounts. That's why a trade discount will not be shown in the books of accounts, will not be shown in the journal entry also. So the discount which is given, the reduction which is given on a catalog price is called trade discount. This is the discount given in the normal course of business. That's why this discount is not recorded in the books of accounts. You see how it is not recorded? When we purchase goods, purchase account data to Vijay account because Vijay is a giver. So 10,000, 10% how much? 10% means one delete 10, you will get 10,000. 1,000 is the discount. So we have to how much you have to pay to Vijay? Only 9,000 only you have to pay. So 1,000 is called trade discount. 1,000 is called trade discount. That's why the purchase is 9,000 and amount due to Vijay also 9,000. So 1,000 cannot be seen anywhere. That is a trade discount need not be shown in the books of accounts because it is in the reduction in the catalog price. That's why the genuine transaction is only for 9,000, 10% trade discount, which is arised out of normal course of business between the two traders. So trade discount will not be recorded. That's why this 1,000 does not appear anywhere because we total catalog price 10,000, 10% discount means 1,000 reduction. So 9,000 purchase account is debited because goods purchased. Vijay is giver, Vijay account is debited. The entry is purchase account data to Vijay account. Being purchases, good purchase of goods by trade discount, that is 10,000 means 10% 1,000. That 1,000 cannot be seen anywhere. So you have to understand what is trade discount. The discount given in the catalog price is called trade discount. Now you come with cash discount. The discount which is given to to a to settle an account is called a cash discount. So here Vijay, we we, we are due to Vijay 9,000. We have to pay to Vijay. We have to pay to Vijay 9,000. We are indebted to Vijay 9,000. So, but here what happened in third, Vijay account settled with cash discount of 500. Only we are paying only 8,500. Only we are paying to Vijay, and Vijay is giving 500. Actual amount due to Vijay is 9,000, but we are paying 8,500 because Vijay given. So this is called cash. So the reduction which is given in the due amount is called the cash discount. The discount which is given, the reduction which is given in the due amount is called cash discount. The discount which is given on catalog price is called trade discount. The reduction which is given on catalog price is called trade discount. The reduction which is given on the due amount is called, and the due amount is called we are due. How much we do? By the second entry we do 9,000. We have to pay 9,000 to Vijay, but Vijay given 500. So usually traders give cash discount only to get cash as early as possible. So as is giving rupees 500 discount, we are paying this amount within 1 day. That's why they are offering a 500 discount. So they are getting 8,500. So here what happened? Vijay account is settled. That means Vijay receiving 8,500, and his account is settled with 500 of the total 9,000. So the receiver Vijay is debited. Cash is going out. Cash is created. A discount here is income. Income is created. Income discount here is to pay 9,000. We are paid only 8,500. That means 500 is income. The income is created, and cash is going out. Cash is created, and the receiver Vijay is debited. Vijay account to cash account to discount. This is another compound entry. What is compound entry? When there is more than two accounts in a transaction, that is deemed to be a compound entry. So Vijay account at 9,000, to cash account 8,500, to discount account 500, being Vijay account settled with cash discount. Cash discount. This is very, very important point. Next, purchase of machine from Satya. When you purchase fixed asset, machine account is debited, not purchase account. That you have to remember. Machine. When we purchase machine account is debited, and who is giver? Satya. Satya account is created. Machine account to Satya account. Paying machine. Paying machine. This is about trade discount and cash discount. We discuss with another example. So third problem, write journal entries for the following transactions administrator. Sale of goods 400, on second sale of goods to Karun for 10,000, less trade discount 10%. Next third, Karun paid 8,600 in full settlement of his account. And we allowed cash discount of 400 for on fourth floor machine sold. Here also this also we have two important point. One is trade discount is there, another is cash discount is there. In the second point, we sold goods to Karun on 10,000, but we are also giving 10% trade discount. That means 9,000 only actual account is considered. That 1,000 need not be 1,000. So the discount, the reduction which is given on catalog price is called trade discount, and the trade discount will not appear in the books of accounts. You see here, the Karun account is 9,000 debited, sales account 1,000 credited, 1,000 will not be appeared. And the discount, the reduction which is given on the due amount is called the cash discount. Cash discount. So here actually 9,000. Karun is has to pay 9,000 to us, but he paid only 8,600. 400 is the due. 400 is the discount given. That is called cash discount. Only to attract the cash in advance. To attract the cash in very short period. Usually the traders are going to offer discount. So that is cash discount here. So once again, see, journal entries here. Sale of goods. Sale of goods means we sold goods, cash is coming in, cash account is debited. When goods sold, sales account is created, cash account is to sales account, paying goods sold. Sale of goods to Karun for 10,000 less trade discount. That means the actual transaction is only for 9,000 only. So when we sell goods, sales account is created, and the receiver is current account is debited. Current account debit to sales account 9,000 being goods sold to Varun with the trade discount 10%. The 1,000 will not appear in the books of accounts. Trade discount will not appear in the books of account, but cash discount will appear in the books of accounts. You see here 400, there is a 400 discount account is appearing, but in case of trade discount, that will not be appearing in the books of accounts. Karun paid 8,600 in full settlement of his account, and the discount allowed to him is 400. So we sold 9,000 worth of goods, not 10,000, 9,000 worth of goods. Karun has to pay 9,000, but he paid 8,600. So cash is coming in. Cash is coming in 8,600. So the loss, how much we are expenditure loss 400. So loss is debited. Cash is coming in. Cash is debited. And discount is debited because discount is expenditure here. And the giver current account is created. Current account is created. So 9,000 current account debited, 9,000 current account is created. This is called full settlement of his account with the 400 discount. The discount which is expenditure or loss to us, that is debited. The cash coming in, cash is debited, and the giver is created. The giver is created, being current account settled with the 400 cash discount. Cash discount appear in the books of accounts, and trade discount will not appear in the books of accounts. Machine sold to Navya. So you know very well when goods sold, sales account is created. When machine sold, machine account is created. Machine account is created. The receiver Navya, because this is trade transaction, Navya account is debited. Navya account attached to machine account. Paying goods sold in this is general. And this so this is for fourth one, right journal entries for the following transactions of from sold trade. Not from actually. So 1/4/2019 paid salary to Devinder. Paid salary to Devinder. So we paid salary to Devinder. You know very well. Whenever there is a personal account in with nominal account, personal account is ignored. Only we paid salary. Salary is expenditure. Salary account is debited, and cash is going out. Cash account is credited. Devinder account is immediately here. There are so many. There may be 10 employees in the organization. We need not need not open all the employees account. If we apply, we open salary account, that is enough because he is giving the services, he is getting salary. So that's why Devinder account is not here. So you have to remember whenever there is a personal account at the time of payment or receipt, the personal account is ignored. The personal account is immaterial. So salary paid, cash is going out, cash account is credited, salary account is being paid for salary. Rent paid to Lakshmi. So rent is expenditure. When you are paying this expenditure rent is debited, and cash is going out, cash credited. Lakshmi is immaterial. Lakshmi is immaterial. Whether whenever there is a nominal account with person, the personal account is immaterial. Personal account is rent account to cash account being rent. Received commission from Navin. Cash is coming in, cash account is credited, cash account is debited, and commission, when we receive anything, automatically it will become income. So the commission, the income account is credited, cash account is debited, income account is credited, and Navin account is immaterial. Navin account is immaterial here because when there is a when there is a nominal account and personal account is immaterial. Stationery purchase, when we purchase goods only, purchase account is debited. When we purchase stationery account is debited because stationery is expenditure. Cash is going out, cash account is. This another say here. Land purchased on cash for 40%. When we purchase fixed assets account is debited, land account is debited, and cash account. Land coming in, land account debited, cash going out, cash account is credited, land account to cash account, paying the land bought. So what you have to remember, purchase account need not be used because purchase account exclusively used only for purchase of goods. That you have to remember. We are discussing for the last 3 video lessons. Cash paid into bank, that means we deposited cash into bank, we sent to bank, we sent cash into bank. So cash is going out, cash account is created, And who is the receiver? Bank. Bank account is debited. Bank account to cash account, being a cash paid to bank. Anita paid cash. Anita paid cash means we received cash. Anita paid cash means we received cash. Cash is coming in. Cash account is debited. Cash coming in. Cash account is debited. Who is giver? Anita. Anita account is credited. So cash account to Anita account, being cash. Goods purchase. So obviously with goods purchase, purchase account is debited and cash is going out, cash account is debited. So when land purchased, land account is debited. When goods purchased, purchase account is debited. So that you have to understand very important point here. The common mistake made by the student says whatever they purchase, they debit purchase account. It's wrong. Only goods purchase, purchase account is debited. When fixed assets purchase, the fixed asset account is debited. That is very, very important point. I'm stressing on the common mistakes made by the students. That's why I'm repeating the same. So write journal entries for the following transactions. So 142. Mahesh machine bought into the business by the proprietor. Whatever, so proprietor is third party in the business. Whatever he gives, his account is created, the capital account is created, capital account is created, and the machine coming into the business, machine account is debited. Right? Why this transaction based on business entity concept, where business and proprietor is separate and distinct from each other. So proprietor giving a machine to the business, that means machine coming to the business. So machine account is debited. The giver, proprietor is created with his capital account. So proprietor is created, the giver is created, machine account, the capital account, that's why capital account also personal account of proprietor. Goods brought into the business by the proprietor. So goods coming in means purchases. Whenever goods coming in, goods moving means purchase account is debited. The giver proprietor is created. The giver proprietor is created. So purchase account, the capital account being goods brought by the proprietor. Proprietor withdrew goods from the personal use. So goods are going out of the business. So goods moving out of the business. When goods coming in, purchase account is debited. When the same purchases are decreased because he is taking away, the purchase account is created. Purchase account is created. And whenever owner takes away anything from the business, his account is, that is drawings account is. You know very well, owner has two accounts in the business. Whenever he gives, capital account is created. Whenever he takes, drawings account is debited. Drawings account here, drawings account is debited because he has taken away. He is the receiver of goods worth of 1,000. So drawings 1,000 is debited. Drawings 1,000 is debited. Receiver of 1,000. Drawings 1,000 is debited. And purchases are here reducing that purchase account. This is the only one transaction where purchase account is debited. But purchase account never rated. This is only one account where purchase account is created. This is only one transaction. When owner uses goods for his personal consumption, purchase account is created. Actually, purchases never created. Purchases never created. This is only one transaction. Whenever goods are used with the proprietor, purchase account is created and drawings are created. Children's school fees paid by the proprietor from the business. So this is also personal consumption by the owner. So drawings account is debited, cash is going out, cash account is created. So this is very important. Owner has two accounts. Whenever he gives, capital account is created. Whenever he takes, drawings account is created. So this is about so so friends, once again I'm suggesting you, please go through my FS video lesson FS6, that is common errors in generalizing. Then only you understand all these things. So by this I'm stopping the first unit of financial accounting journal entries. So I stressed almost all six video lessons on journal entries. One, two, that is third, fourth, five. Third, fourth, five. I've given only common journal entry, very easy journal entries. Third video lesson, fourth video lesson, fifth video lesson. Very common journal entries, very easy. Whenever if you follow the 3, 4, 5, the easy journal entries I explained, we will get very good clarity on the easy journal entries. And 6, 7, 8. Then these three I stressed upon on the common mistakes made by the journal entries. That's why total 6 video lessons I made exclusively for journal entries, which is alphabet of accounting. Once you go through these 6 video lessons, 3 very easy, 3 very hard. If you go through the 6 videos, I think 100% you never commit mistake in it. If you follow my easy way of teaching, first 3, that is third, fourth, 5. Third, fourth, 5. These 3 video lessons are very easy journal entries. And the 6, 7, 8 are very hard journal entries. Once you follow these 6 video lessons, 100% I will assure you, you never commit a mistake in journal entries. That's my assurance. Okay, that's all.